that's Sneeple Planet. I'll keep describing the stars if anyone wants to throw some stories for me to narrate. There's a few. Does anyone else have a story they want me to to narrate through? There's a lot. There's quite a few stories. A Snurson. Just go in order. This is gonna be a long. That's a lot of things. I want to keep going with the funny stuff. Basil. Sophie, you're gonna have to be more specific. Which Basil story? There's a billion Basil stories, and Rip Thunderman, he just fucking died. Basil's. Oh boy, Basil's destroying a city. Okay. We'll start with Basil destroying a city. So, okay, we'll start at the beginning of the mining planet, Parker. Fine. We'll start at the beginning of the mining planet. So, all mining planet. Parker hates us, me specifically, and Morgan a bit for this planet. Okay, so we had at this point been hired by the people that saved us from the Sneeple planet, or contracted, so to speak, to go. Jesus Christ, to go to a mining planet. We had been contracted. I'm going to point out by the owners of the company. I'll throw those very, very important words out there. The owners of the company that owned the mining planet. To solve a problem where a massive, massive mountain-sized god thing is destroying their various mining sites. So we say, yes, sir. We'll go down and we'll do this job. And the very first thing we do is say, DM, I would like to hide from the police, as our DM asks us in desperation, why would you do that? And we say, because we gotta hide from the cops. And so we do. So, we proceed to hide from the police that aren't hunting us. And then we start collecting information. So, as we proceed to collect information, we do... Remember, this is not a Nuzlocke. This is just a chill catch-em-all stream. But anyways, as we continue through this mining planet, we hide from the police, break into a warehouse to continue to investigate all this time, while the DM continues to ask, why are you hiding from the police? And we continue to hide from the police. Over time, we befriend a man. A man that is called... God, what was his name? God, Parker, what was the man's name? I actually don't remember. It was like... Tumultuous. We befriend a man named Timmy. Which we find out is not short for Timothy, but short for tumultuous. Which is, well, strange. But that's the fate of our team. And we end up going into the mines. Because we have discovered through our many sneakings around from the police that hired us that we found sort of a source, something similar to the giant god dog of death. As we go into that mines, we play Minesweeper and find the dead body, so to speak, of another god dog that one of our team talks to. And then, after talking to them, we find out that, oh no, big mountain-sized god dog of death is tailing us. He knows we're here and is incredibly pissed. Now, I'm going to point out during this time that one of our players, Basil, was not here. They weren't present in the session. They were not. So as we leave the mines and go up and find big mountain-sized dog of death looking at us with lots of anger, he basically gives us a ultimatum. He captures me and tells the rest of them, we attempt to persuade him to let us go, and saying that we're like loyal to his cause or whatever, just so that we don't die. And he says, I want you to prove it. Kill all the people in this camp. So some of them do. Our great friend Sophie here says, I'm going to throw a grenade down an elevator shaft that leads into the mine, trapping who knows how many thousands of miners there to suffocate to death, killing hundreds on the elevator. Many people have to stab people. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in the clutches of God Dog of Death, saying, please don't kill me. Now, I send a text to Basil, our friend, Lee, because they are joining now this session. And I ask, I need help. I'm caught by the God Dog of Death. Obviously, wherever she is, she can see it. Now, Lee concocts quite the excellent plan. Sophie's not evil. Sophie just doesn't give a shit about killing. But anyways, Basil decides that she's going to sneak into the engine room of the city that we are in. These cities are mobile walking cities. They move constantly, so they're not in danger of being killed by the God Dog of Death. She breaks into the engine room, takes hold of it, like through various means of hacking, and turns it at God Dog of Death, and full speed charges it. And I'm sitting here thinking, I'm in the crossfire. I am between the most literal sense of a rock and a hard place. A fucking God Dog of Death is holding me while my friend throws a fucking city. I did just say that they were mobile cities at it. These are whole mobile cities. God of Death, city. I'm not talking like a medieval rinky-dink village. I'm talking like New York City is getting thrown at me. So I'm like, what the fuck do I do to not instantly die? So I persuade to the best of my abilities that God Dog of Death should put me down so that I am not getting killed, and roll a natural 20 to persuade. But Parker, knowing that's too easy, decides that he's just gonna drop me because I didn't phrase my words very well. So he throws me, and Parker asks me to make a dex save so I don't break my fucking legs on the way down and die. I roll another natural 20, doing a nice acrobatic flip as I land perfectly fine like a cat, and go to my friends and say, please God, we got to leave. We leave right now. That city is coming to kill us all. Oh my God. And so we leave, because I don't want to die. I am also the only one that knows. You had no health. This is right. I had no constitution. I was an old man. I would die. I would go splat, and that would be the end. But yes. We managed to leave. I was the only one that knew that my friend Basil had thrown a city at me. And that's how that happened. Everyone had, well, Noxia had PTSD from killing, or being forced to kill several innocent civilians, and Zahir didn't give a shit, and Basil didn't give a shit about killing a whole city. But we end up finding out that our friend Noxia has a contract to kill the owner of the company.
The owner of the company that hired us.
So yeah, we decided That's gonna be our new job. We'll help Noxia with this so we can get the fuck off the planet. So we get there. We find out that said squadron of mech pilots that attempted to save us is here. Not as bad as Lee, that's true. But the mech pilots that are here, trying to find out, what the fuck did we do? Why did we not do our job? So, we proceed to make up a elaborate lie. Half of us will tell them that the psionics on the team were brainwashed to kill all of those people, while the other half would fulfill the assassination. So during this, we succeed, so to speak, as best as we can, and end up splitting the party. We found out some of our friends is a crazy assassin. We go to Buffalo Wild Wings to find a TV screen where we could publicly watch the CEO of a company get shot in the head. And we all got taken back to the ship. Where am I going? The ship. To get told that we are now fired because what the fuck? This was literally the worst outcome that physically could have happened. Oh my god. Like, imagine the casualty number there. That's like a 1000% failure rate. Oh yeah, you didn't get paid for killing the guy. So yeah, that was a planet. That was what we call the mining planet. But yeah, let's throw this Admiral Celebesh's shoes in that situation. By the way, you can learn rollout here. I wanted to point that out. Is you hire a crew, you tell them to go solve a problem. You find out, you wake up one day, you read your newspaper, you find out the people that you hired went on a brutal killing spree. The CEO of the company that hired you got shot in the head, and the god dog is still standing. So you're like, what? So yeah, that was the mining planet. Hey, we said what we had to. We also did end up befriending it. Marshall is gonna destroy Watson. This is insane. Here, wait, there's one last thing I gotta do. What route is to my left? Because there's Pokemon I can catch here. Route 117. I'm gonna tell another story, because there's one more lined up that I gotta tell. Yes, I can catch Meryl, I can catch Volbeat, and Illumise, and Roselia. No, not Roselia. Volbeat, Illumise, and Meryl. Nope, I already got Meryl, I'm done. So, there's one more story that I need to tell while I'm hunting for this Volbeat and Illumise. And this is the story. It was only a whole city. What did you expect to be dead? Yeah, right, it's nothing. So, the last story I'm gonna tell is how Basil, the one that threw the city at Han, got rid of the only person that knew that she threw a city at Han. So during this time that we were split up, it was Zahir, Noxia, I think it was just those two, with me, playing my old man, our friend Molly playing basically a Ditto, and our friend Basil. Also, see ya, Daniel. Hope you had a good time. So, I managed to make a new contract. As my character, I would say I would bring back the two other people that were missing, that I said were mind controlled by the god dog to kill all those people. I would bring them back, and my part in this mission would just be wiped clean. So we travel, because obviously to everyone else, to Lee, to Basil, is that I just said I would kill another party member. I never said that I would kill them, nor did they ever ask if I was going to go through on said hunt. They just assumed that I was going to go kill them. I just said I would bring them back. And we then head there. Now here's the context of the place that we are going to. The two friends, the one I'm hunting, the ones that I'm hunting, go to a space station. It's basically a space station owned by a bunch of mercenaries. Now, these mercenaries are led by one very hot psionic lady that's so powerful that she can literally melt your brain with a thought. She is super strong. And she's also the girlfriend of the person that I'm hunting. Now, I, the whole time, never really intended to hunt down another party member, because I was honestly just saying whatever I could to not be a part of this issue, and I was thinking maybe I could fake my death or fake their death or something along those lines. I was going to make it work because they're a party member. I'm not going to kill another player. Now context. The ship's docking. We land. We take one step out of the ship. Lee asked Parker, I'm going to send a text to Noxia, aka the person I'm hunting, that I'm here to kill them. Then they should come to stop me. So Noxia, doing a reasonable thing, says, "Hey, super powerful ex-girlfriend. There's a person here that's trying to kill me." And ex-girlfriend has us all meet up, because then I am instantly taken by the guards of said space station, brought to said psychic lady, and killed. And then I died. And then they looted my body. So that's how our friend Lee has the undisputed highest kill count of NPCs and player characters, including the DM, in our D&D campaign. Yep, Morgan took the dog. So yeah, if you ever hear us making a joke about Lee killing me, that's why. Because Lee has, by far, the highest kill count. Like, undisputed. What's the population of New York? And that's the number that Lee killed. So yeah, that's a fun sci-fi story. God, I can't keep telling stories, Parker. We'll be here all the time. I've been telling these D&D stories for like an hour. Maybe we'll tell them on a pre-stream sometime. Yeah, almost 1 million people. There's so many, Parker. If I keep telling these stories, I'll be here all day just telling the stars stories. There's so many. We do the stupidest shit. You know what, Parker? How about you tell me? Let's swap it up. Let's swap it up to 5e. Is there a 5e story that you want me to tell? I wanna change the formula a little bit. So we're diversifying the tales. Wait, you have an idea? What's your idea? You can't cut me now. I guess I could tell more stories. Get in voice and you'll tell. Okay, I just needed to tell the story of the Sneeple planet from my perspective because I think my perspective was the funniest. Okay, I'll get in voice.